What's up guys, back in today with another reaction to the Berserk manga, this time with the chapters The Blaze, parts 1 and 2. Last time out we had Companions and Claw Marks, which were really awesome chapters. Love this volume in general so far, but last chapters were absolutely brilliant. We got revealed the secret to Skull Knight's eating of Behelets, being this Behelit blade of sorts that rips through space, time, universe. I don't really know the extent to its power, but it was pretty ridiculous. We also saw Schierke, of course, possessed by this god, which he struggled to control, but done better than last time. I was quite confused. I haven't actually got around to uploading that video yet, so I haven't heard your guys' comments, but I was actually slightly confused about her saying she was struggling to control it, but it does seem that it did kind of end up fine. But yeah, here it is in all its glory, the Behelit blade. And it caused this ridiculous kind of whirlpool right here that just cut right open this whole astral world, it looked like. And has taken down plenty of ogres when we saw Guts actually struggle with the one ogre. Pretty sad second chapter we covered last week though. Really like this shot here as well, of course. Little throwback to the Band of the Hawk, comparing them to the travelling party, I think is what people call them. But yeah, actually a bit of a sad ending to last week where we saw Skull Knight and the Master Magician, is what I'm going to call her, bring up the Berserker armour. Can't wait to see that next chapters. Might get another little glimpse of it today, but yeah, I'm pretty sure she's ended up dying, unfortunately, as it looks like Griffith's men have arrived, what I'm assuming. Yeah, quite sad when Schierke actually got that kind of terrible feeling. Also, we had this little segment about the ethereal kind of wounds that Guts has on him right now, that were inflicted by those claws of Slain. Yeah, I imagine today is going to be quite the sad chapter as we arrive back at the Master's home in a blaze. Yeah, do let me know what you guys think of these chapters down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with these reactions. And let's get into The Blaze Part 1. Mistress? Mistress! And that's probably the most pained look we've seen on Schierke's face till now. Hey, you guys, stop there! Stop her, sorry. Yeah! As Guts pays attention to some people. Some demons. Clad in some beautiful armour. Oh crap, look at this armour here. That is cool as hell. That is like the fox. Hairy fox. That's cool. Again, I love the little addition of these little whiskers. Quite the nose. That would probably be me in that suit of armour. But look at the eyes. The eyes are animals as well. Probably that subsection of Griffith's army that we saw. No mistake. Those are, and that explains why the brand's bleeding. Again, so many awesome suits of armor. That little, what do they call them? Is it a kiwi? I forget what that animal's called. There's a Digimon based on it. Yeah, I think it is a kiwi. Long little beak, little bird thing. How's that? Jellyfish. This one just looks like a ghost. A bake. A bit of a sad ghost. I'm not sure what this is, but horrific and cool for sure. Another quite aquatic one there. This one's just a giant eyeball. No, actually, there was a sea creature like that. Again, there's quite a lot of these are quite aquatic. I forget what. Well, I don't think I ever really knew what the name of it is, but I've seen plenty of strange fish creatures. This one looks just like a fish. Pig here. Chicken. Again, another little beak on that. One looks not really sure what you call this one either. Maybe no, I don't know. Little crab here, and then again another type of like toad fish thing. And look at the eyes. Look at the eye holes on this one. The eye holes are literally like off to one side, facing this way. Again, I love the armor. Even the swords as well, quite aquatic and suiting of their animal nature. Just loving the armor in this arc so far. Some of the best we've seen, and there's been plenty of good sets of armor. Purple Rhino Knights stand out in my mind. And straight away, Guts just goes, take him down. Get even more here. Not quite as cool. This one's pretty cool though. Reminds me of Black Manta. The Manta Ray. Bastard! Where the hell do you pop up from? Oh, these things can speak. I wasn't expecting that, honestly. And he's like, he got his whole side cut off like that, and he's still speaking. It's pretty impressive as well. As he just grabs Guts' blade and chucks him. Damn. Maybe these guys aren't just fodder. Maybe we might end up needing that Berserker armor more than I thought. Guts has done well till now, but maybe the competition is stepping up a level. Design wise, it certainly is. So, what the? So, some humans snuck in. You with the witch? That hurt, you know. Oh, crap. Yep. Who's transforming a little bit, getting rid of that cool armor. Oh yeah, you see it here with his arm. Oh dear. That looks like a little cocoon. That Pokemon I'll never be able to, like a Blipbug maybe, I can't remember. So many crappy insect Pokemon. But yeah, it seems like these guys aren't just fodder now. All these kind of soldiers that again usually be relegated to fodder, seems like they're actually a lot more in the circumstance of Griffith now, aren't they? Like I said, the level seems to have stepped up a level all round. That's one hell of a sword you're swinging. No wonder you can't even stand upright. What is this here? Oh. Oh, it's him. He's still here? I was kind of just imagining he left, to be honest. I was thinking that he would stay and help fight with the Master Witch. But thinking that she's going to die and seeing the place burnt down, kind of imagine that he left and he kind of just left her to die because it was inevitable, even if he thought it would happen anyway. So he wasn't going to fight. No, interesting. Maybe she's not quite dead yet. We'll see. But yeah, Skull Knight coming in here, coming in clutch. Yeah, we saw him look like this when he flew over top of us in the in Slane's lair. Cuts this guy right in half. Spider looking motherfucker. Another one you owe him now. How many are we gonna road this guy? You bad motherfucker. You. Why are you here? Oh, yeah. A few bodies. There's a few bodies. Because I have close ties with the head of the mansion. Ties? Oh, that's why he was at the Troll's Den. Who the hell are you? How could one horseman do so much against us war demons? I like the look of this guy. Oh, look at this little horrible little mozzie fly thing. Don't like those whatsoever. Cool design though. I think this one might be one of my favourites. Kind of half cute, half... Yeah, it's just kind of goofy. Goofy cute. In a good way. War demons? I have no name to give a mere apostle. I have no name to give to mere apostles. I'll say only that I'm the one who opposed the 5 angels. What the hell does that? Wait. Yeah, I remember. At our master's reincarnation. The eclipse. The knight who appeared there. That was you. Yeah, this man broke through that barrier. This man fucked up. Wait, I'm not sure you could say fucked up, but he did kind of fuck up the God Hand. It was embarrassing for them, really, wasn't it? That this Skull Knight just entered, left with what he wanted, and they couldn't do a thing about it. They did get embarrassed. They didn't get destroyed, to be fair. Cool art shot here, though, isn't it? Him breaking through that. Every shot with Skull Knight is badass, let's be honest. That light in his eyes. Again, I'm not sure if any of you guys thought this way about like the Evil Dead. It took me a while to watch the Evil Dead movies, but I always saw the posters of like the skull, the skeleton, especially of Evil Dead 2. And it wasn't ever too creepy, but it was a little unsettling, but it just looked cool as hell. And it was just so basic. Maybe that's why. Again, a lot of the best horror stuff does come down to simplicity, in my opinion. Especially the best regarded, like Evil Dead and Halloween and such. Very simplistic. Not getting too complex like the later Saw movies. My god. That series really went to shit. I rewatched a few of them the other day and just... It's more like a drama than anything. Drama with horrible scenes in. Crappy drama that. Crappy TV drama that would be cancelled after a season. Terrible stuff. They're making a new one is why. Master. You. I know you too. Our master's sacrifice. You're one of the survivors. Now we've riled these guys up. Yeah. Guts picking up on them, call him master. And here they go again. Sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. Inevitably, some of the voices we heard say sacrifice during the eclipse. Again, some cool ass fucking armors here. That sea slug right there, that looks cool. Little catfish thing. Not sure what that is. And all this looks like a plant. Master? It couldn't be. Whoever thought I'd run into you two in a place like this? You're not that is Zodd. Ah, why is his arms not hairy? Maybe they've never been hairy in this form, but I did mention that this could have been Zodd, but I ruled that out because it didn't look like Zodd. Yeah, maybe it was just I was used to the beast form at that point. Who knows? But yeah, Zodd is here. Skull Knight's classic foe. A battle we never see anyone get the best of, really. But Skull Knight always seems to be comfortable. Now with his new sword, might get to see that in action again. That'd be pretty cool. Guess we're connected. Zodd! Zodd, why are you here? Don't tell me your master is. That's obvious. The only one in this world's determined to be the master of the Inhumans. Only one in this world, in this world's determined to be the master of Inhumans. It's quite poetic, isn't it, that Griffith, the fucking psycho bastard, is the master of inhumanity, being that he very inhuman himself, before and after the eclipse in ways. More so after, but even before he was plenty inhuman, plenty hard to understand, plenty of intrigue. And you see that a lot. I've mentioned this before about people's intrigue with psychopaths and not normal people. Hell, I've been subject to that. People being quite interested in me not because I'm a psychopath or anything. Well, I might be, but because I've always been quite quiet and a bit of a mystery. When people know nothing about me. As Griffith pops up in the mind there. Zodd. Oh shit. This guy's here. I love the look of this guy. Again, I've always had a theory that he's a dragon, so I guess we might get to see that soon. The Giants. Look at the comparison here. The normal foot soldiers, the slightly taller foot soldier right there, Guts, Skull Knight, who's on a horse, Zodd, who's about the same height as Skull Knight, and then these fuckers. This is terrible. Bad enough just Zodd being here, honestly, wasn't it? This is terrible. Grundbeld. Intimidating ass name as well. I, Grundbeld, wish to be the one who fights him. A giant? Fine then, Grundbeld. Thank you. I've heard rumour of you. The black swordsman who goes around hunting apostles. The bold man who, though human, survived that eclipse. Even if she is a witch, attacking an old woman secluded in a remote forest with such numbers is far from honourable for a warrior. That said, I force myself to look upon this duty as a chance to display my loyalty to the Hawk. Interesting you say that. It kind of reminds me of Guts when he was on that assassin mission. It's not exactly the same because he ended up killing that kid by accident. But it kind of reminds me of that. This guy kind of going through something that goes against his code for the will of his master. Not sure if any of you guys initially thought that. That was just the first thing that popped into mind, but yeah, it's not exactly the same. Griffith's orders? But why the old lady? But coming face to face with a warrior like you means every heavy stride was worthwhile. I feel like this guy might not even need to transform to beat Guts as well. It just seems that powerful. But yeah, Guts does bring up an interesting point here, doesn't he? Why is the witch of focus right here? She hasn't done anything too major at all. I mean, she's guided Schierke and her journey, which might be bad enough in itself because we know Schierke's of real importance. Is the witch of any importance now? The old witch? I, Grundbeld, as a warrior of the Band of the Hawk. Fuck off using that name. I hate that. Looks like Guts hates that as well. I was never going to like it, was it? Disgusting. Disgusting language. I, as a warrior of the Band of Pork, call upon the Black Swordsman in single combat. What? What's he? Just the band? On guard. Yeah, dude does not like that one bit. We literally, like last chapter, we literally just saw back a vision of the chapter before last chapter, to be fair. We literally just saw a vision of the band and reminiscing about them. And now this. He gets to hear their name for the first time. Again, just again shows Griffith's just lack of humanity whatsoever, just calling this group the exact same as the one he sacrificed. No feelings whatsoever. The band? The Band of the Hawk? How fucking dare you, you rat. Another awesome shot here. Mistress! Eee. I save Isidro. Looks like he smacked his head. Isidro? Whenever I see something like that, it just reminds me of when I was a kid. Like I think I was like 11 or 12, and I went into one of those. It wasn't mirrored, but it was like those clear kind of mazes that you think you can go straight ahead and you don't. I don't know what I'd done in a mirror one. Probably would have smashed the mirror. But yeah, I just was so excited because I saw the exit. I was doing pretty well the whole time, and then I was so excited that I saw the exit. I just sprinted so fast and smacked my head so hard. Those are super dangerous for kids. They are. Again, especially the mirror ones, I imagine. They must have some kind of reinforcement on the mirror. I can't imagine they'd just be putting normal mirrors for people to crack. That'd cost a fortune. Cedro? Ow! Yeah, my head kind of looked like that. Not quite as bad. What are you doing, witch? What about all your magic? But she looks fucking terrified, doesn't she? I'm upset. And I can't cast well. Mistress. Schierke. Can't blame her, you know. You two, we must leave this place now. Serpica, can't you do something about this fire with your feather duster? Feather duster. It does look like the Yu-Gi-Oh artwork of Harpy's feather duster. I cannot. It would only fan the flames higher. Yeah, that is what wind does tend to do. how you get a fire going in most cases, blowing on it. Mistress, where are you? The tears are streaming. Schierke. Wow, she's literally just accepting it. She's just sitting there. What a horrible thing. I'd rather, well, I'm not sure how it would go in the eyes of the Lord or whatever. I'm not religious or anything, but if this, well, it's quite ironic. I was about to say, if this witch was religious, I can't imagine a witch would ever be religious, considering what the religions have done to witches over time. But yeah, I'd rather kill myself than sit through a fire and burn to death. Mistress, listen carefully. My favourite pupil. Your only pupil. My favourite pupil. Maybe she had more before. Maybe they died or something. Or maybe she's just that old. My favourite pupil. Get that to the Black Swordsman. His gut's going to end up looking a bit like Skull Knight. That looks pretty Skull Knight-ish right there, doesn't it? Pretty pointy. Almost looks like a dragon kind of suit of armor itself, breaking up Grundbeld. Maybe that's why he's here. It's like the perfect kind of opportunity to wear this, and against a kind of similar thing, because this does look a bit dragon scaly, doesn't it? Okay, let's read some comments before we move on to the next chapter. Again, I love how they put these visions into her hat as well, and kind of very creative with that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, this guy says it. These guys don't deserve whatsoever to be called the Band of the Hawk. Plenty of people getting angry at that. Plenty of people getting angry at that. Understandably so. But yeah, I think this might be one of the most angry we see Guts get. Not too much else in the comments, so let's get right on to The Blaze Chapter 2. Man, I can't wait for the end of this chapter. These last two chapters as well. Oh, there's another good look at it right there. The Blaze Part 2. Mistress! Listen carefully, my favourite pupil. Yeah, it's amazing how calm you can sit while being in a fire like that. Again, one of the most seemingly excruciating deaths you could possibly go through. Get that to the Black Swordsman. Hurry. Does look a bit like Skull Knight's face, doesn't it? Maybe that's where his kind of influence came in. Skull Knight was like, yeah, put a little bit of my essence in there. Again, really does look like dragon scales. On the hands especially. Maybe it is legitimately made out of dragon scales or something. Hurry. We know there's definitely something supernatural going on with this suit. I think. It's not definitely if I think so, but I do think so. I think there is something magical going on there. We saw the Master Witch putting some kind of incantations in there. I think that was more so for maybe repelling demons on a daily, like what we saw Schierke do with the brand, but who knows? You don't mean, what in the world happened? Why such a drastic thing? Is that what she was about to say there? Such a drastic event for someone to actually wear this Berserker armor. They're really hyping up this armor, aren't they? A dreadful enemy bears down. At this rate, the swordsman. There is no time. So yeah, he's going to have this suit in order to face Grundbeld here. He struggled, and he struggled a little bit against that foot soldier apostle right there, let alone Grundbeld. Enemy? What enemy? Hey, what are you doing? But at this rate, you, Mistress Will, you should know full well, that time has come. But not like this. It is too cruel. You must go on in peace, not engulfed in flames like this. That's what I said. At the very least, this is my due. You, as a sorceress. It is also quite funny as well, isn't it? That she's getting burnt to death when a witch's usual fate would be burnt to death at the stake. That's probably why she's saying this is her due. What happens to witches? She's just dying like plenty of others probably did. Wow. It's no wonder witches turn evil a lot of the time, is it? Hell, I would. You, as a sorceress, should know know how sinful it is to live beyond the extent of your allowed time. There is nothing to mourn. You know that we magi, death is not an end, but a change in the form of life. But I will still be lonely. Oh man, I knew this was going to be sad. In a sunspot, my head in your lap. Afternoon tea with the golems. It's all going to be gone. It's going to burn. Schierke. Maybe we might find her in the astral world or some point as some different form or something, perhaps. As maybe like a god or guardian of this place or something. Look at little Schierke crying there, man. Schierke. Damn, what a shot this is. Really feel the weight behind that, don't you? That ant. Guts looks like a fucking ant. Jesus. Yeah, man got smacked up right there. Holy crap. Jesus Christ. Got a few grazes there, I'd suggest. A few little grass burns. Gets pelted with the hammer like a nail. Splitting a bit of wood. What a blow! Gah. It was like I was hit by a battering ram, even though he's in human form. That's what I said. I'm pretty sure he doesn't even need to change form to beat you Guts, unfortunately. Sad as it is to say. He's stronger than a typical apostle. Sure is. Yeah, I love this shot up here. That looks so cool. Yeah, it just accentuates the armor, the detail. Got the pose as well. How dare you say that? All of you. How dare you? Say Band of the Hawk? Oh ho. Got a huge ass shield as well. Actually bigger than our blade. get blunt forced with the shield. Oof, that one's gonna hurt. Even if he did block it, that one's gonna hurt. Sword seems to be holding up pretty well. Yeah. Ouchies. You're lucky you're on grass, to be fair, Guts. If this was like concrete or something, I've hurt plenty times more. Bit of a back breaker right there, though. A rib cracker. It's good that it kind of spread out through the sword, but even so, again, these are some heavy hits. God. That's some sword. To take 2 strikes from my warhammer without breaking. What I said. But what of your fights? There's been nothing remarkable, save your one blow. Save your one blow. You're just being knocked about without offering any resistance. That's damn easy for you to say. Man, that last one cracked some ribs. Opened that wound back up again as well. Yeah, that's another thing. We didn't really come into this fight in the best shape. Moments before this, we were reeling a little bit from our ethereal injury from Slain. So we literally just come from fighting Slain into fighting fucking this. Not great. I do this without armour. The wounds. Sir Fire Dragon's eating this up. Sir Fire Dragon. Yeah, this guy's definitely a dragon. It's a fun sideshow, but let's hurry up and get our job over with. Get the witch's head and... halfway through saying this, this guy's head. So honestly, it's already a little too late. Why do they think they're going to get her head anyway? They set the place on fire. Well, they've already done their job. They could leave now and things would be done. This looks like one of those Build-A-Burger. If you guys ever used to have those sweets where you'd have like the burger top, the burger buns, and then like a bit of cheese, and then the bit of meat as like a sweet. You put them on top of each other. I haven't had those for years, bloody hell. No, you won't. Maybe they didn't set fire to the place. Maybe Skull Knight set fire to the place. Maybe we don't actually want to leave any part of the witch behind. Maybe that's why we're burning her. No trace of her left in this world, because they could use her head for something. Maybe. Again, clutching at straws a bit there, but how does this say? Oh. Oh, I see. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. You know, every time I would say son of a bitch, I'll now just say son of a bitch. Move. I'll fight this one. Yes, you will. Yes, you will, Zodd. You always do. You always lose. Though you haven't died yet, so I guess you haven't quite lost yet. As long as you can come back for more, you haven't lost. But you never win, Zodd. You never win. Neither does Skull Knight, to be fair, you could say, but like I always say, Skull Knight always looks comfortable in this fight. And he's got a new blade now, so if Zodd pulls any shit We're just gonna rip this guy out of the fucking out of the solar system. I'm not sure how it would work, and because we were in the astral world when he used it originally, I'm not sure if it has the same kind of rules in the normal world. Probably. But Captain Zodd, I can't stand it. He just killed. Wait. This is an order. I don't care if it's burnt black. You will go bring me the witch's head. Nee. Quit time wasting. Oh dear. The only thing left, the armour, everything got crushed. But a singular eyeball. But a singular springing eyeball. And off they go. We see this one a few times, don't we? This little cool looking one here. And this one, to be fair. See this one a few times. As Zodd transforms. Again, just you wait, Zodd. I hope he pulls out the behelit sword here. I want to see Zodd's reaction to it. You going to chase a woman in the middle of a battle? That's rather unlike you. Fighting was everything to you, wasn't it? Immortal? Don't misunderstand. I'm the only one who can hold you off. There's that, and that alone. So, this time, we both have different reasons than usual. Seems like it. Seems like it. But I'm not sure what Skull Knight's different reason is than usual. Where are you, witch? Oh crap. Huh? What the? Kids? The witch's apprentices, huh? But what? Just when the troll slaying was over, now a monster man? That's an apostle. Hey, if you don't want to die, tell me where the witch is. Of course, you're probably all gonna burn anyway. Like Schierke's gonna blow some shit. Ah! As it transforms, of course. This is a bad situation right here. Well, it looks like they handled it pretty well. It does look like Sir Pico fueled the flames a bit there with his wind. This way. We must escape quickly. It seems cruel, but if we go to rescue Flora, then we too will. We head for the treasure chamber. Something is there we must give to Guts. I understand, mistress. If that is your request, whether or not that man is my fate, I do not know. But now the only one who can rescue him is me, the Magus. Thy Magus. Let's go, Schierke. Get that armour. I am the one disciple of Flora, the forest of the spirit tree. Here it is. You're going to give him one of those talismans? Yes. But not only that. What my mistress applied to the what my mistress applied the talismans to is a fetish. A dangerous fetish of great power. Oh man, I can't wait to see this. Again, you see so much excitement for this armour in the comment section. I imagine some of those people have already read through this once or twice perhaps. But you just get that feeling this is like a big moment, if you know what I'm saying. The Berserker armour. A dangerous fetish of great power. Maybe this was... no. I was gonna say, maybe this was an armour King Geyserich wore at some point. Maybe it was. But I was kind of thinking back to what we saw Geyserich look like as a human. He had a skull-shaped kind of helmet on. I'm not sure if it was the Berserker armour he was outfitted in. But the helmet looks similar, but I don't think it's the same helmet, actually. Nah, it wasn't. It was like a monkey thing. But maybe this might have been a similar vein of armour or something, perhaps. I love King Geyserich and Skull Knight. But the backstory with King Geyserich is just awesome as well, isn't it? Maybe I'm on the right tracks here. Look at this shot here. That might have been a spoiler, honestly. I'll stop looking now. That might have been a spoiler. But I guess it wouldn't be too much of a spoiler if I'm already theorising that this was... I mean, it's got the skull aesthetic, hasn't it? So, yeah, I might have just spoiled myself a little bit there. But perhaps that was like a concept art or something, perhaps. Probably not. That was probably a page from later down in the manga. Maybe revealing a bit more of Skull Knight's past, but I think it's pretty reasonable to say that even before seeing that this is pretty Skull Knight-ific, isn't it? And that is where we end off for today. I can't wait to see this in action, man. See exactly what this can kind of do. You can feel like it's almost aura coming off it just sitting by this tree here. I know this background is just a tree, but it almost does look like a kind of aura flowing up from it. It looks cool as well, doesn't it? Just design wise, it looks cool and pointy and sharp. But yeah, let's read some comments before we end off for today. A lot of people really liking the design of this Berserker armour. Yeah, rest in peace to the witch mistress. Rest in peace. Again, hopefully we might see her in another form or something. In the astral world, perhaps. Yeah, it's true. This person brings up a... yeah, to be fair, it did kind of spoil the armour at the start of this volume. But the head of the armour doesn't look like the head of the armour that we actually see in the first pages of the start of this volume, with it looking like the fox spirit. Again, that's maybe where that fox spirit comes in. It kind of actually... Maybe this is so magical and such a kind of piece of the astral world that the fox spirit can kind of manipulate the armour to its kind of design, and that kind of signifies the overtaking of this fox spirit overtaking Guts' kind of mind and his presence at that point, so that it kind of physically represents what's going on inside Guts at that point as well. Could be talking rubbish there, but it kind of seems like that might be the case, because as this person brought up, when we see presumably Guts wearing this, being possessed by the fox spirit, which might happen in this fight, because Guts is pissed about the Band of the Hawk stuff. Yeah, the design might change a bit, perhaps. This was probably it with Skull Knight, and maybe the helmet was altered with Skull Knight's design. This is what it looked like after Skull Knight finished using it. but for a new user, it might end up looking slightly different perhaps. I don't think that's of too much importance, but it's just cool to think about the design, isn't it? And yeah, a few other people are thinking that Skull Knight used to use this before Guts is going to use it as well. So I don't think that was too much of a spoiler I saw there on Google Images. Yeah, not too much else in the comment section. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Really cool couple chapters today. Grundbeld was awesome. Loved a few of the shots he was in here. Obviously, you got a feel for Schierke and the loss of her mistress. That sucks, but had to happen really. I feel like it's one of those things where someone has to die for a character to kind of improve themselves even further, like Schierke, to actually make it her own journey. Leave a little bit of that warmth behind, but yeah, we got some badass shots here with Grundbeld and Guts, didn't we? Guts not putting up too much of a fight at the minute, but we'll see about that. See about that in the next couple of chapters with the Berserker armour. I think I especially love this shot here. This might just be the thumbnail for today's reaction, but yeah, the Berserker armour again, super hyped up, super ominous. Also super interested in what the hell it's going to bring to the story. But yeah, do let me know what you guys thought of these chapters today down in the comment section. Some really hype stuff, and again, absolutely can't wait for the Berserker armor chapters in the next episode. I believe they're called, and the finale to this volume, which has been absolutely fantastic so far. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these reactions. Bit of a shorter reaction day just because in general the action chapters usually are quite a bit shorter. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, see you guys next time. Enjoy the rest of your day.